Well, good morning, people. It's a lovely day again. We're on our way to Thabazimbi, and we just took off at Sodwana Bay. And there, far in the distance, you can see is Pongola Poort Dam, also known as Scenic Dam. We're in our RV-9 VANS aircraft, and Jasper is the pilot here. You can see. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about the plane. We've got autopilot on this plane. We've also got a transponder so that people can see where we are, and so that they can track us as well, other aeroplanes. And to tell you a little bit more about the plane itself, it's an American kit plane. It comes from Aurora in Oregon, and it's a two-seater. It's quite a fast little plane. It's got a nice cruising speed of 160 knots, and length of the plane is 6.22 meters. The wingspan is 8.5 meters. The height at the highest point is 2.39 meters. The wing area is 11.5 square meters. Empty weight of the aircraft is 466 kilograms, and the gross weight is 794 kilograms. It carries a fuel capacity of 136 liters. And let me just quickly have a look here. The maximum speed of this aircraft is 317 kilometers an hour, or 171 knots. The cruising speed is 164 knots, that is 304 kilometers an hour, and the stall speed is 71 kilometers an hour, which is 38 knots. The range that you can fly with this aeroplane is 1,140 kilometers, 620 nautical miles, and the surface ceiling of this aircraft is 24,500 foot. So it's quite a capable little aircraft. It's got a glass canopy, so the view all around is excellent in this aircraft. And you'll see later on we're gonna close the curtains from keeping the sun to sunburners to keep us from sunburn. Guys, Pongola Poort Dam, that you can see at the bottom there, was constructed in 1973, and it's got a surface area of 13,272 hectares, so that's a big dam. It's about 280 kilometers northeast of Durban. And the dam is also right next to Swaziland and also close to the Mozambican border. Now it's time for our breakfast. Got us some nice bacon and cheese burgers. We're getting close to Piet Retief. You can see all the plantations. It's a lovely area as well. Guys, we've got a strong headwind, and our cruising speed is about 150 knots, which is about 10 to 15 knots slower than we normally would cruise. And this is the town of Piet Retief. Now I'm just gonna WhatsApp my friend quickly. I've got an old Air Force buddy that lives here in Piet Retief, Anton Norkia. So I'm just quickly sending him a message to tell him that I'm right above his head, flying over Piet Retief. And I've just received a message back from Anton saying he can hear the aeroplane in the air above his town. Where we're leaving Piet Retief now, on the outskirts. This is also one of the dams surrounding Piet Retief. We are cruising at an altitude of 6,400 to 6,500 meters for this trip. Now you can see we are getting closer to Hendrina, Carolina area. It's a flat area, so it's not that nice mountains and plantations anymore. This is more mining type of area where they mine for coal for the power stations, but because there's a lot of power stations in this area. You can see the mining activities. Just look at that big drag line standing over there. That's a huge machine. Is one of the power stations, and also some mining activity in the background. This is one of the highest points on route to Thabazimbi from Sodwana, because we started at 6,500 feet, and you can see our closest area is to the plane. Now we're just north of Waterberg Airport, so this is the GF area on the northern side. And in the background there is the Waterberg. So we're getting really close to Thabazimbi now, and the turbulence is quite evident here. Getting a bumpy ride. We just saw 2 vultures going over our head as well. I just couldn't film them. These mountains are quite beautiful out of the air. And there's a landing strip between these 2 rows of mountains, just below us. There's Thabazimbi in the background on our left hand side. Now guys, see if you can spot this eagle flying just above us. I'll cut it and get it a bit closer as well. Where is the eagle going? Yeah, in these Waterberg mountains there's a lot of vultures. There's a vulture colony living there at Markele, and so there's a lot of birds. You have to be sharp and be on the lookout for birds the whole time while flying here. And we're gonna do our final approach just now. Coming in finals. That's it. Safely back in Thabazimbi. Jasper did a great job again with his piloting skills. Yeah, very nice. Just over 2 hours flight and we're back in Thabazimbi. Guys, my next video what I'm gonna do is where I'm on my R90 traveling back from Thabazimbi to Rustenburg. So I'll post a video on that as well. Sorry guys, when you're out on your bike, be safe. It's weekend coming up. I'll be doing a trip to Hartbeespoort Dam as well, where I'm gonna visit another place. I think I'll do Jasmine this time, and then I'll post a video on that as well. Guys, thanks for tuning in and have a safe weekend. Cheers.